Hi, this is Brad Willis. I'm the moderator of the MetalStorm fan group. We are located on Facebook at www.facebook.com/groups/MetalStorm fan group. We have over 500 members as of this particular moment. It's an excellent place to get to know some of your fellow MetalStorm players and pick up some some tricks, and some techniques, and maybe share a few of your own. So definitely recommend you join the group if you have an interest. Now, I hadn't bought a new plane in quite a while, mostly because Z2 isn't releasing them. They're spending a lot of energy, I guess, on other games, more specifically MetalStorm Aces, which most of us who play the game don't think is nearly as good as the older game MetalStorm Online, but they're still trying to make it work, and there are some nice elements, of course, to Aces, but MetalStorm, I think, is a much better game, and we kind of wish they'd pay a little more attention to it. But they haven't come up with a lot of new planes lately, and nothing really recently. Now, I've had this thing kind of sitting there. I hadn't purchased it primarily for two reasons. When I use agility class planes, I need a lot of energy. I do a lot of maneuvering, and you can see to the left, if you look at the stats, this does not have an energy boost, and for me that sometimes is a problem. And another thing I didn't like about it is it does not have any speed, a speed boost. And a problem can be when you open a match, especially if you're going against weapons class and they're using coin weapons, right? And there you see them way off in the distance, little red arrow, and guess what they're going to do? They're going to fire Biznos at you, or whatever they happen to be using, which is going to probably make you, maybe lancers, make you go boom. So what do you need to do? Well, you got to dodge a couple probably, and the big thing is you got to get past them and get in the dogfight where you use your agility to your advantage. But you need speed sometimes to help you do that, and again, this doesn't have it, so that's a problem. But what does it have? Well, it's got some fairly interesting stats. It's got critical strike, 8%, which is among best in class. If not best in class, it means that at some random time, you're going to double your damage, which can be a beautiful thing. Damage plus 10, not best in class, but certainly up there. Agility plus 13, same thing, amongst the best in class. I think best in class is plus 16 if I remember right. And I think the plus 12 damage resistance is best in class, which will help you absorb a hit a little bit better, although these planes still are pretty fragile, so you can't take much of a hit. And if you look at this plane, it's based on the same platform. I'm going to scroll down a little bit here as the K-12 Panther, which is a plane that not many people have. It's very basic, and actually it's a pretty good plane. It's got a little reload and agility boost, but it doesn't have certainly the stats of this plane. And the reason I bought this particular one, I might add, is on our group, we had a couple folks today saying, hey, this thing's really a good plane, and you should get it. Well, I got all these medals and coins sitting around, and they're not putting out any new planes, so what the hell? Buy it and try it. This will be my third game that I've played in it. And the first two, the first one was against a Hades with coin weapons, and all he did was just accelerate and open up distance on me, and it was a real problem on two different fronts. I didn't have speed to keep up with him, so he was consistently able to come at me from a distance and successfully connect. And then the other problem was the energy. I kept having to tried to, as he went past me, I'm trying to maneuver. I just was running out of energy and caught flat-footed. And it was a respectable showing. It was a 2-3 loss, but it's still a loss. And I think in some other planes I might not have lost, even though he had a superior setup. The next one was the Eagle X, and I got him, but he was kind of a newer player, so I kind of felt, well, big victory beating a noob. You know what I mean? So I don't know what kind of a matchup we're going to get here, but let's see what happens. Let's play and stop talking. So we're going to go ahead and do auto matches. I think you saw I'm using metals for missiles and stock cannon. This is the same guy I played earlier that beat me, the guy in the Hades I talked about. So let's see if we can get a better result. Now, when you start against these guys, you got to really accelerate. Now, fortunately, we dodged that first volley. Look at that arrow. You see, you know exactly what he's doing. All he's doing is opening up distance. And we're going to get a couple shots on him, or at least try. Now, I'm trying to stay in his blind spot. Look at my energy, though. You see I don't have much. It's a real problem. I'm slowing down. I'm staying real low to the mountain here. I'm hoping that I'm not trying to do a ground trick, but I'm hoping that he crashes or at least has a hard time with it. I got to stay on it. I'll look at him accelerate, and we'll kind of send a couple his way just to keep him honest. But All he's trying to do is open distance. Now my energy's not too bad this time, but it is creating a problem for me without the speed and energy. I'm having a hard time getting target acquisition on him. He may clip me here. Let's come around and try to get a shot on him. No, we didn't quite. I need more energy though. I'm just not getting what I need. And we did get a shot on him there. So he's opening up. He's going to get a shot on me. He did clip me, and so I'm just trying to keep that arrow close and not give him a good shot. And it's easier said than done. Again, I don't have much energy. I'm coming around trying to get another shot on him. We almost did. I don't know if I got him or not. I don't think so. There he is again. I'm trying to build up that energy so I can make a little bit of an offensive run. He's doing a nice job staying away from me. He's got a lot less to fear from me in this plane than I do from him, or vice versa, I should say. I got distracted. I'm going to hit the ground, aren't I? Yeah, doggone it. Well, that sucks. Well, I wanted to stay low, but, you know, sometimes when you stay low, that's what happens. So let's go ahead and get a couple shots on him anyway here and see if we can't hit him. And it's always tough, you know, when you're going against these guys with these. And I'm opening myself up a little bit to him. Yeah. You know, whenever you're trying to get a win, you pretty much have to. You know, you pretty much have to. And so there's not much I can do. And you look at here, you see, you know, when they're coming at you from a distance like that, what the hell are you going to do, you know, in a plane like this? So, 0-3, you know. So, there he is again. And you see, you know, I mean, we got him, but 1-3, you know, come on. So, there is a problem here with the lack of speed and with the lack of agility. I'd like to hit him a little bit. I'd like to at least get one more clip. And you see what he's doing. He's just opening up on me and coming at me from a distance with lancers. You know, and there's not a whole hell of a lot I can do about it except just try to return his fire. And there he goes again. So, he beat me. Yeah, so back to this plane for a second. Well, you know, I don't love it. It's pretty good. Depends on your playing style. You know, there's some people that you know, can utilize it and have a different style and don't need a whole lot of energy or a whole lot of speed. And if that's you, it might be a real good plane for you. Is it a plane I'm going to be using a lot? Probably not. Probably not. You know, I mean, what would I use a lot? Well, you know, what are my favorite agility planes? You know, I'll take a look at a couple of them here. One that I like in particular that I think is very, very good, in my opinion, is all the way. I've got a lot of planes. Now, this doesn't have speed either. Warlord, I like a lot. I like that energy, that plus 11, and I got a little bit more agility in this thing. I got more damage, and I got a lot lock speed, which doesn't help me a lot, but it helps a little bit. You know, is that better than you know, the other plane statistics? Well, the energy to me is a real big deal. It's a real big deal because I'm not caught quite so flat-footed. And you see with my other planes, I've got others that have you know, some speed to them, you know, that can be very, very helpful. I've got a lot of planes. I've got too many planes probably. But anyway, I guess I don't have to worry about buying a lot of new ones because they're not releasing them. Anyway, so I'll stop scrolling here in a second because it's probably irritating. So we'll get back to Vindicator. Good plane. Like it, don't love it. You know, do I recommend it? Yeah, maybe. You know, if you got a bunch of extra coins kicking around. Some of these guys really like it, and if I play it some more, I probably would get to like it. But, you know, in a couple of the games I've played here so far, I can't do what I want to with it, with my playing style, and I don't like that. You know, what I want to be able to do is I want to have a lot of energy. I want to stay on the throttle. I want to take that small arrow when they're coming at me from a distance. I want to make it big. I want to keep on them. I want to keep close. And I want to opportunistically maneuver, get them in a firing position to be hit them, and get the hell out of the way. And I can't quite do that with this plane based on what I'm seeing so far. So for certain players, it will be a very good plane. For others like me, got a feeling it'll stay in the garage a lot, or the hangar, I guess you'd say, is more accurate. But I will use it from time to time. I just don't love it, but I like it. It's decent. So there you go, review of the Vindicator. Love it, don't love it, but don't hate it either. You know, you may or may not want to give it a shot. But if you do, it's there all the time, as long as you got the coins and the medals, I guess is what we use these days. So that is your review. As I mentioned, if you have an interest in joining our fan group, you know where to find us. If you have questions, you can leave those in the remarks section here on YouTube. As always, I do thank you for your time, and we will see you in the skies playing MetalStorm.